Okay, so we just got some, I don't know, door light, puddle light units from Mercedes. Here's the part number. This is for the GLA 45 2022. Here's the original one. I've actually got some of the cheaper aftermarket projectors on there now. This is the original Mercedes one that came out of the door. Here's the Mercedes upgrade unit with the emblem projector. I'll go pull the aftermarket ones I have in from the Shadow Light. I can get them on Amazon too, but they definitely, let's see when you get it out, they look a lot more plasticky like the factory non-projector. These have a nice little heat sink on them, so we'll see what the install's like. Gotta get a small flathead screwdriver with some painter's tape wrapped around it to very carefully pry out the factory unit. So you can see the aftermarket puddle light that I have in right now. It's got a nice projected AMG logo with the Mercedes-Benz star. Don't really think there's anything wrong with it, but I just wanted to go factory. Now, one thing I didn't mention is the factory units. I want to say they retail for $160. I happen to find these brand new ones that I'm putting in on eBay for, I'll shoot for probably about 70, 80 bucks. So that's what made me jump into it. But anyway, I'd look at the various part numbers that the most current one replaces and see if there's any out there, because you may be able to find a deal. So what we gotta do is, here's my little screwdriver flat wrapped up with the painter's tape. We're gonna go ahead and pry on this side. I think I'm gonna go grab one of the other ones. I actually think it's on this side for the driver's side. Nope, changed my mind. On the driver's side, the cable comes in from this side. So we'll pry over here. I'll go ahead and pop it out. Okay, as you can see, we got the back pried out, and the cable on the driver's side is pointing to the back of the vehicle. On the passenger side, it is opposite. The assemblies are the same, and that goes for factory as well, between the driver and passenger. So on a GLA 45 AMG, the cable comes in from the front on the driver's side, and it'll come in from the back on the passenger side. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect this guy and get the Mercedes OEM Starlight in. Just real quick, there is a tab, so we can get it to focus, but right at the top that you push in to release the connector. And you can see, here's the less expensive aftermarket version, and then the Mercedes OEM version. So you can see you got a nice little heatsink on here. I think there are some aftermarket that have the heatsink. Can't attest to the quality. This one actually is marked with a Mercedes part number and branding. And again, this is the aftermarket. It's got some heft to it. This was sitting on for a couple of minutes, so it didn't get very warm. I don't think there's anything wrong with these, but again, I just wanted to go OEM. So I'll get this guy on and see what it looks like. Okay, one quick difference to note when you're plugging it in, this one comes in from the back, but there's plenty of length, and there's not a side you need to pull on once you get this in, but you can already see that Mercedes emblem is quite a bit brighter, the projection. So I'm gonna get it pushed in and we'll get a look from a little bit of distance, but it is quite a bit brighter and bigger. Okay, there it is with the OEM unit. Couple things, the fit for the OEM into the door, tighter, much more positive. Overall, just better. I mean, OEM, it looks factory, shocking, right? But that projection is much brighter, it's larger, it still serves as a functional puddle too, so I feel it's a little more three-dimensional. It's hard to tell in a video, but definitely liking it. So just a real quick install. I had the part number in the beginning for this particular unit, but I would go check out, see if you can find some older ones, you know, like kind of new old stock, and save yourself some money. Because like I said, I think these are anywhere between 120 and 160 new. I got new old stock for 80 bucks. So hope that helps out. And again, remember that on the passenger side, so driver's side, put your tool in here. On passenger side, put your tool opposite. So again, the cable comes in on the driver's side from the end of the door pointing towards the front of the car, and on the passenger side, it's pointing towards the rear of the car where the cable is. It's not the end of the world if you pull it out from the cable side. It'll just make it a little more difficult, but hope that helps.